broadcast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Wow, what an incredible evening here. Look at temperatures at this hour. 64 in Decatur, Champaign, Paris, Pontiac, Danville. The cool spot right now at 60 degrees. So in the next hour, they're probably going to be slipping down into the 50s. Everybody eventually will get to those 50s. Had some clouds around early today. Those clouds broke away. We had full sunshine through the afternoon with a few fair weather cumulus clouds out there. And with those clear skies tonight, we're watching that temperature, that mercury continue to drop in the thermometers. 55 degrees in the morning. It's been some time since we've been that cool, and we're definitely going to be hitting that tomorrow morning. So how long will the nice, comfortable, low humidity weather stick around? We'll answer that for you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
One man is in the hospital and another on the run, who police are looking for after a shooting.
Plus, doing a burnout might seem like fun, but someone's joyride is costing a township thousands.
She said, I would rather die from diabetes than borrowing money.
It's a reality many face every day as insulin prices continue to rise. What some doctors and lawmakers are now doing to help keep patients alive.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. One man was seriously hurt in a shooting tonight. It happened near North James and Eureka in Champaign. Police say 21-year-old Levante Neal shot a 35-year-old man. They are still looking for Neal as of tonight. Police say this started with an argument inside a house. It then led to a fight outside where the man was shot. That victim was taken to the hospital. No word on how he's doing tonight. Neal is wanted for aggravated battery with a firearm. If you have any information, contact Champaign Police.
2 years after a deadly shooting in Champaign, a man pleaded guilty to it. 30-year-old David Denson shot Terry Moore Jr. in downtown Champaign in August 2017. He agreed to plead guilty to murder if the state didn't ask for a sentence longer than 40 years. Decatur police are looking for a murder suspect they say is armed and dangerous. They say Crontario Bond shot and killed Demetrius Ford over a week ago.
One of the state's deadliest highways runs right through central Illinois. A report from Geotab named Route 45 as the deadliest in the state. They took crash data from 2008 to 2017 from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The report says that on average, more than 11 people die on Route 45 every year. New at 10, someone vandalized a road in Piatt County, causing thousands of dollars in damage. What's worse, it happened right after the road was repaved. The Piatt County Sheriff is now looking for whoever tore up the road going into the back entrance to Allerton Park, that's in Willow Branch Township. Officials suspect somebody did burnouts in their car. They left behind deep tire tread marks in the freshly coated road. The repavement project cost about $40,000 to replace a mile-long stretch. The Highway Department had just laid down the tar and rocks this morning. An hour later, it was wrecked, and crews had to come back out and patch it up.
Tires was spinning as they were doing their burnout. It threw all the rock back. Well, you can see it threw a lot of rock and oil back into the ditch and made a big rut. It was about 2 to 3 inches deep.
The township spent a couple $1,000s on those repairs. If you saw anything that could help find the person responsible, call the Piatt County Sheriff.
A county highway department is going to replace a troublesome bridge over Lake Mattoon, but people who live by the lake say the changes planned are not what's needed. Neighbors say people have been hurt and boats damaged because of the bridge's low clearance. The Cumberland County Highway Department has plans to replace one of the bridges, but not to raise it. They say it's already going to be around a $650,000 project. Raising the bridge would incur a couple $100,000 more. People who live on the lake say they love it, but they want these repairs done the right way.
It feels great to get home and look out across the lake and feel how lucky I am. But yeah, the safety is actually what I'm considering.
The Cumberland County Highway Department says the plans are already made and it's to start construction in the spring. They'd likely consider drafting a new plan that includes raising the bridge if the extra money was available. People in Monticello made their contrasting opinions known during a public hearing about a proposed business district.
This proposal includes 190 properties in downtown. The city is considering an idea that would pay for downtown improvements through a 1% sales tax on some retail goods. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is in the newsroom tonight. Jennifer, how much money could this generate?
Jessica, a consultant for the city, estimates it could bring in a few $100,000 every year. The city wants to repair and restore the falling facades, crumbling buildings, storm sewers, streetscapes, and more. It will cost at least $9 million to complete the work on everything in downtown. The 1% sales tax does not apply to groceries, medical equipment, or prescriptions, or anything licensed by the state. Tonight, people, including business owners within the proposed district, shared their thoughts for and against it.
Low taxes keep my prices low and thus help to compete with larger area communities like Champaign and Decatur. So whether it's just a few cents on a beer, hundreds of dollars on a kitchen remodel, tens of dollars on new furniture, it's money out of our pockets as consumers and as business people.
I would encourage you, if you're going to pass a 1% tax, make it a fair playing field and make it on everyone, not just a select few.
The city assured people that the money generated from the business district tax will be solely devoted to improvements in the business district and not used for anything else. Council plans to vote on this at the first meeting in August. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. The business district program would last 23 years. After that, the tax would go away and the city would need to vote to reinstate it. We have an update from 6. City leaders in Monticello have mixed feelings about whether or not to allow the sale of recreational marijuana. Tonight, council considered creating an ordinance to ban sales. One council member said people are going to use it anyway, so why not take advantage of the sales tax revenue that would come from those sales? They talked about how to regulate where it can be sold, but did not settle on anything just yet. Council plans to hold a public hearing sometime later this year, and at their next few meetings, they will dedicate specific public discussion to marijuana sales regulation. They also pushed back the deadline for a decision on the moratorium. That'll come in September or October. Recreational marijuana becomes legal in Illinois on January 1st.
Things seem to be looking up for one state school. Eastern Illinois University dealt with declining enrollment and a sharp decrease in funding during the budget impasse. EIU laid off close to 400 employees. Fast forward to today, money's trickling in, the school's hiring, and enrollment's on the rise. School leaders say they're optimistic. Sometimes kids can't go to a clinic, so the clinic is coming to them instead. Champaign students can get a free ride to Carl's Mobile Health Clinic on registration day. They'll be offering physicals and immunizations. They can also take advantage of all the services, regardless of whether they can pay. And while some students are getting ready to register for school, others are already in the classroom. Northeast Elementary Magnet School in Danville has a balanced schedule. It has 4 9-week semesters with 3 6-week breaks. Faculty have said the shortened summer break helps kids retain information, and the briefer quarters prevents burnout in teachers.
VO Ride bikes sometimes pop up in the strangest places around central Illinois, but a pile of them in one spot had people asking questions.
Plus, insulin prices keep going up. What some are doing to help those who can't afford it.
And later, Illinois football will be practicing in a brand new facility this fall. Why they've been keeping what it looks like on the inside under wraps.